So over the weekend, Warner Brothers Discovery and Cartoon Network and Max basically released the newest oh shoot, hold on for a second. Sorry about that, but like I was saying, Max and Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers decided to release the new trailer, basically called Meet the Class, basically Meet the Students, for Tiny Toons Looniversity. And all I could say is, if you were hesitant about giving the show a chance, I think this trailer pretty much eased that hesitation. I really do. I think this trailer kind of put you at kind of gave you a little bit of peace about what you're going to get. Now, are the voices of the characters what we're used to hearing before? No, they're not, because a lot of the actors and actresses have either passed on or moved on to other projects or gotten a little too old for it. No offense. So you're not going to obviously get the same voice actors, and that's fine, or voice actors and actresses, and that's fine. But outside of that, I think they really hit the nail here on what Tiny Toons was all about, and it seems that they're going to do a lot more. I mean, in the trailer, again, you get introduced to the characters, basically the new incarnations of them. But you also see how much more wackier and crazier they might get. I mean, you have a moment where, Sweetie basically says, "You don't want to mess with Sweetie T Bird," and Babs is like, she's asking the question, well, what's the T stand for? And you see Sweetie just fly up, her wings spanned out and everything. You see all these clouds come around, and her eyes just glow, in a big way, just glow in a bright way, and she's like, "Thunder!" And it's like, okay, never really expected that out of Sweetie. I mean, we know she could get over-exaggerated when she tries to eat the bookworm or whoever, and goes, "Lunchtime!" and everything. We know she could do that, but obviously it looks like they're going to do a lot more with her. And and it's not just that either. Apparently, she and Babs, there's a scene in there in the trailer where they flatten each other with anvils. So obviously, you're going to get some pancake versions of Sweetie as well. There are other moments, in there, like you have Plucky, introducing who he is, and then telling Buster that you are my rival. And obviously, it means obviously he's doing that, I guess, in my assumption, taking a page out of Daffy's playbook, like, hey, Daffy looks at Bugs as his rival. He's gonna, Plucky will look at Buster as the same, and everything. Obviously, you're gonna get Hampton in some of the gags, like he's gonna get flattened by like a mallet thanks to Buster when he tells him think funny and everything. You got Fifi in there, and it looks like Fifi might have a thing for Plucky, or maybe that's what they're giving off the vibes of. But she gets into the act as well, because there's a scene at the end where you see all the Toons going through all these different reactions and everything, all not going through, but basically you see the aftermath of everything reactional-wise that they've gone through, and you see Fifi basically being ran down, flattened by a tire, and it's like, what in the world, So it definitely, to me, again, I think this trailer really put any hesitation that you may have had about this show, at ease. I think they may have just put that to rest. Honestly, I think that's what they did. I mean, there are some funny gags in there. Like, obviously, they're going to play off Dizzy being, kind of like unsure of who he is or what he is, kind of, because if he's rooming with Babs and Sweetie, obviously they're going to play Dizzy off as not a he or a she, but as a they. That's basically, I think the direction they're going to go with that. They're going to refer to Dizzy as they and everything. So that's pretty good. The way they describe it as well with the characters, like with Hampton feels like he's undecisive of like, what he's going to do, I guess, study-wise, like, what he's going to, major-wise, like he's unsure what he's going to major in is what I'm trying to say. It's like he's unsure what he's going to major in, what he's going to study, and all that. But it also feels like they're making it sound like it's not just, that he's unsure of, but maybe it's more, like maybe there's, like he's undecisive of like, is he this way or is he that way or whatever. So that's also maybe something they might explore. Not saying they will. Not saying it will, because they are making it sound more and more like he's indecisive of what major, gag-wise he wants to take part in. But yeah, this definitely feels like, to me, it definitely feels like any hesitation, any worryship that you may, have had, for the show. I think a lot of that is pretty much now out the window for the time being. It is out the window. And this definitely, to me, and I could be wrong about this, but this definitely, to me, feels like, even though they didn't show it because they want to save it for an episode, this definitely feels like, to me, they are going to put the lustful milk gag in there. And again, if you guys don't know what the lustful milk gag is, it's basically, according to TV tropes, a gag where a character, male or female, is so enamored and attracted to another that they literally melt into a puddle of goop. And if you want a good example of that, go on YouTube, go on Google, check Minerva Melts, Minerva Meek Melts or Melting. Check out Babs Bunny, the original Babs, Babs from the original cartoon Melting and all that, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about and everything. So yeah, I feel that they're going to put that gag in there, even though they didn't really hint that was going to happen. You can definitely feel that it's got that vibration. It's got that feeling to it. But yeah, this trailer to me, like I said, I know I'm repeating myself here, but to me definitely put any uneasiness, any hesitation, it put it to rest. It really did. And I cannot wait to see this. Now, again, I know, and I've talked about this before, others have talked about this before, we know that people are not too fond of Buster and Babs being siblings. And, hey, I understand that. You're more used to them being, more than that. Basically not siblings, not related. So hopefully they address that. Maybe, again, as I mentioned in one video, maybe there's going to be an episode, maybe towards the end, where all of a sudden you see this director's thing come down and say, okay, cut, at the end of the episode. And then you have all the Toons being like, oh, thank goodness, it's over, at least for the season, and we don't have to. And then maybe you have a moment where Buster and Babs just look at each other and it's like, man, I don't know why they're making us act like siblings when we're not. Maybe play into that. Towards the end, because I could see this show being that way, going in that directive towards the end. Now, again, as far as that goes, as far as everything I've talked about there goes, to me, I think this is going to be worth the watch. I really do. I think what kind of hurt Animaniacs, be honest with you, I think what hurt Animaniacs a little bit, not much, but what hurt them, is they were a Hulu exclusive show. They were not on Cartoon Network and Hulu simultaneously. They were a Hulu exclusive show. And, even though a lot of people have Hulu, Animaniacs is probably the last place they would expect it, to be on. So I think Animaniacs eventually, the new one's going to venture over to Max very soon, and to help coincide with this. But I also see the original Tiny Toon Adventures, because it's not on Hulu anymore. I see that venturing over to Max as well very soon to help correlate with the new Tiny Toons show. So expect double dose of Tiny Toons in the near future, in my opinion, as well as maybe double dose of Animaniacs. But I could be wrong. Overall, though, like I said, this trailer to me put any like I said, any doubt, it basically put it away. It basically said, nope, we're not gonna have any more doubt. And here's why it's like to me, the people that put this trailer together along with the previous ones, they're like, we're not gonna have any more doubt, guys. We're not gonna have you guys wondering if we made a mistake or not, because here you go. And I think, this trailer definitely lived up to that. It really did. Now, of course, the show is going to debut on September 9th on Cartoon Network in the morning, which is going to be around 9 a.m. It's going to be about 9 a.m. and everything. So it's going to debut in the morning on September 9th, which is... So even though it's going to debut on September 9th, which is a Saturday morning, apparently, if reports are true, you won't have to wait that long. No, you won't. You won't have to wait that long, because apparently, if reports are true, you'll be able to binge the first 10 episodes on Max. That's right. So if you want to get a head start before anybody else, on the show, you can binge the first 10 episodes on Max. Well, the first 10 will be premiering weekly on Saturday mornings on Cartoon Network at 9 a.m. Eastern and Pacific. From what I can tell. But yeah, to me, I think this trailer did its job, and I'm looking forward to this. I really am. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And also, I'm letting you know that if the reports are true that you can get to binge the first 10 episodes the day before, I'm going to be doing that after work. Maybe during lunch, if you will. But I will try to watch the show and see, if it does live up to the hype, which I think it will. And I think one of these first 10 episodes will have to have that lustful milk egg in there. They will have to. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to it. Maybe one of the first 10 episodes will be the version of, TTV, Tiny Toons music video. And hey, maybe we have Babs perhaps doing a sledgehammer, like video a la Peter Gabriel, but Tiny Toons wise. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But let me know what your thoughts are. What did you guys think of this recent trailer and everything? How did you feel about it? Do you think it put your doubtness and uneasiness and hesitation to rest? What do you think about it? What are your thoughts on the fact that it's going to be a Saturday morning exclusive on Cartoon Network, but we're also going to get the first 10 episodes the day before on Max to binge? What are your thoughts on that? Let me know down below in the comments, as well as in the live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Also, you will get an audio version of this at BW Rose's podcast, or BW Rose's Discussions podcast, I should say, and all your favorite podcast outlets except for Pandora. But more specifically, check out BW Rose's Discussions on Spotify. And also, support me at my Teespring store and get merchandise there you can't get anywhere else. Also, check me out at patreon.com/BWRoses. Check me out at BVW1979 at DeviantArt.com. Check me out at BWRoses98 at archiveofourown.org. Also, check me out at inkbunny.net at BWRoses. And like I said, also check me out at twitch.tv BW Roses and at VENMO, where you can find me under BW Roses as well. But guys, give me your thoughts. What do you think about this overall? How do you feel about it? Are you still hesitant, or did this put your hesitation at ease? What are your thoughts? Let me know. Do you think we'll see the Lustful Milk Egg? Do you think we'll see a TTV-like episode? What are your thoughts? Do you think we'll see maybe Babs doing a sledgehammer music video similar to Peter Gabriel's, but in Tiny Toons form? Let me know down below. And until next time, I'm out.